Here's another house rule. I haven't done one in a while, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure where I got this from, but I've used it many times in first and second edition, and I'm not sure where it came from. I don't know whether I've read it or used it. Anyway, let me get to the point. House rule is round robin or merry-go-round combat actions. And what I mean by that is many character classes and creatures have multiple attacks, right? So you get like the creature gets claw, claw, bite, tail. Character class gets like I get to strike with my sword, and as a bonus action, I get to do a trip maneuver, or I get to strike again, or something of that nature. And invariably, what happens is the person who acts first kills first, right? So characters knock down the door, they rush in to find the creature. The creature's got 6 arms and some weapons in each arm. The player characters are like, hey, what are we going to do? You roll initiative. Game Master goes first, says, up, fighter's up front. He's one of the most dangerous ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks on that character. Boom, they're down, right? And then everybody else gets to act. Or you get a situation where it's like, hey, I'm the spellcaster, I'm the rogue, I want to sneak around, I'm the fighter. And then it's like, okay, grab the dice. Okay, rogue, go. Okay, I do my sneak attack. Boom, I do a little bit of damage. All right. Game Master writes something down. All right, fighter, what do you do? And everyone starts, they start rolling their eyes because the fighter's just like, hey, I'm high enough level. Hey, if I get my 2 attacks, let me roll 1, 2, boom, I was successful with that one. Okay, now that means because I was successful with that one and plus my feat plus this, I get to roll 3 more times. 1, 2, 3 more combat actions. I hit, I crit, And so one idea would be that every character gets to have their one action, and then it circles back around to those who have not taken their second or their third or their fourth action until all their combat actions are done, and then you roll initiative again, right? So let me be more specific. Okay, let's say in this particular situation, you've got a rogue, cleric, wizard, fighter, right? You got your basic 4, and you have a creature with 1, 2, let's say 3 attacks, a bite, claw, claw, right? So what would happen is, in this situation, the creature gets 1 attack, fighter gets 1 attack, rogue gets 1, cleric, the wizard, right? And then we circle back to the creature, or whatever order the initiative order is in. So if the fighter has multiple attacks and the creature has multiple attacks, now they get to get theirs off again. So the creature gets to get 1 attack off again, fighter gets to get 1 attack off again, creature gets his 3rd attack off again. Maybe if the fighter's got some kind of combination or something, maybe he's only got 2 attacks or whatever. So that house rule would allow those players who are either slower or single actioned to at least participate. Because let's say there's a bear. Okay, characters go into a cave, big giant cave bear. Cave bear jumps on the fighter because he's up front, right? Cave bear gets a bunch of attacks, claw, claw, bite. He's probably not going to, claw, claw one and then bite another character. And the fighter's only attacking one thing, right? He's attacking the bear. Well, it would, in my imagination, I can see, maybe a fighter with a shield and a long sword being clawed at, and then the rogue going around and stabbing the bear from behind, the wizard trying to, cast to burn the darn thing or shoot some, electrical arc at it while the fighter is trying to fend it off and stab it once, and then the bear tries to bite the fighter again, and then all this is happening at the same time instead of flurry, flurry, flurry from one person, flurry, flurry, flurry from the second person, and breaking it up. And I think using a round robin house rule also, when you have like beholders or dragons or creatures that have a large number of multiple actions, to say, okay, fighter, go ahead. Okay, now The beholder uses one eye. Okay, cleric, go ahead. Okay, now the beholder uses a different eye. All right, rogue goes ahead. All right, now uses a different eye. And just to change up the actions and to come up with something different. This isn't a house rule, but I'm throwing this in the background. I've seen where in the games where it's like you roll initiative once and then that play order happens throughout the rest of the combat. And I think that's a little bit odd too. I've always played where every single round you rolled initiative again to find out who goes first, second, third, fourth, or something. And I've had really fun doing initiative order where somebody goes first, and then the person who goes gets to decide who the next person is, and so on down the line. And of course, you would think, well, hey, if players decide who goes first, the creature is going to be last. That's not always the case, because sometimes you want that creature to. I'm just making an example, like you want the dragon to use his dragon breath or something like that, because the player characters are completely refreshed, and so you want the creature to go first, expend their action, and then the players can then, okay, oh, bam, we got hit. Okay, who's hurt? All right, so and so's hurt. All right, now let's go, because now you know, of course, how much damage is going to be caused or what's going to happen. Anyway, to summarize, house rule, round robin, multiple attacks. So each person along the initiative line gets to make one action, and then you go back through the merry-go-round or the round robin for all the people who have multiple actions, even if they're triggered by other events, right? So you've got the fighter who gets some kind of like triggered effect where he gets to strike and then strike again. The fighter gets to go once. That player's like, okay, I got a triggered effect. I get to go again. They let each of the other players and creatures go, depending on how you want to do it. And then that fighter, bam, gets to trigger that effect, which would mean that, is it possible that the triggered effect doesn't have a target anymore? It's possible. Then you say, then you're going, well, am I handicapping a fighter? Well, not really. Because I think being inclusive to the group is more important than patting one person on the back because they get to go multiple times and everybody else just gets to sit back and suck it. As always, I sign off with be creative, don't be destructive, and just trying to come up with a more creative way to be more inclusive with the player characters and, not destroy anybody's ability to play the character they want to. Anyways, DBJ, thank you very much, and I'm out.